don't feel too well, but bless us now. In the name of Jesus. Oh, please keep on blessing. That's what Grandmama said. Please. Oh, please. Yeah. Oh, please. Yeah. Keep on blessing. Keep on blessing me. While I'm driving the car. While I'm sweeping the floor, while I'm cooking dinner, taking the kids to school, walking down the street, walking through the grocery store, keep on blessing me. Anywhere that I stand, anywhere that I stand, keep on blessing me. In the name of Jesus, thou son of David, keep on blessing me. Have mercy, oh God. Please don't ever stop. Please don't ever stop. When I'm disobedient, please don't ever stop. When I go against your will, please don't ever stop. When I turn away side, please don't ever stop. Oh, please. Lord, please. Lord, please. Please don't ever stop. Please don't ever stop. Please don't ever stop. Not just for me, but don't stop. Don't stop blessing my family. Don't stop blessing my friends. Even bless my enemies. Oh, please. Yeah, please.
to the Mace Jackson Show. I am ready, man. Well, I'm almost ready. I'm trying to get this thing cracking. We got the Mace Jackson Show. Shout out to Church Chicago. They got me ready on a Wednesday morning. It is hump day. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be humping on a Wednesday, but I'm going to tell you what, Riis. That song gets you ready. It got me ready. Got me ready. He woke me up this morning. How you say that? He woke me up this morning.
Woke me up this morning.
He woke me up. Tell me something. He woke me up this morning.
So I got 5 for you.
You got 5 for you. I got 5 for you. He woke me up this morning. He woke me up this morning. He woke me up this morning. I am I'm here to tell you I am grateful for every single day that I got here on this planet Earth. Yesterday, y'all, I must tell y'all, hey, Riis, you know I did it again on y'all, right? You know I pulled it yesterday. You know 459 live. Wait, the average was 459 yesterday, was it? And it was 700 max? Something like that.
Ain't the IG.
See, thank the white man. There you go. There you go. See, you know what? You can do everything for the brothers and they gonna steal. Ain't right, tell a white man. Still OJ. Mace Jackson sitting in his own chair, still OJ. OJ with a blue check, though. Hey, man, I gotta tell you, though, it almost is embarrassing. I'm gonna have to stop commenting now. Because it'd be like, wah, wah, wah. It does kind of stand out. It'd be like, huh? I just be wanting to be like, yeah, I was thinking.
Blue check friend.
Right. Dang, right. I'm just telling you. You know, I'm elevating y'all status when I comment on your post now.
And then you wished Janessa like a happy birthday with the blue check too, didn't you?
I sure did. And I did Tiger with Tiger too.
Okay.
Tamiko tried to get an attitude with me yesterday. Talk about I didn't show her no love, but every single day, Riis, we got the Oka mat. The only reason you can't see it today is because we got the curtains down. Her logo, but that's okay though. You know what? It's all right. Hey man, great What's in it for the Black People Executive Board meeting. Shout out to my team, Riis. We're gonna do a telethon. We're gonna do a What's in it for the Black People 6-hour telethon from 6 to 12. Coming soon on a Friday, and we are going to raise the money. Like, we are not going to leave the studio until we raise the money to get the billboards.
I like it.
It's like we're going to be like, it's going to be like, you're going to be in here. We're going to have some phones up in here. Everybody can come in with their phone. We're going to turn the heat all the way up so it can be cooking in here. And then we're going to be broadcasting live, and you're going to be trying to save us from getting up out of here. It's like, did you ever do that in high school? Did y'all have that in high school where you got put in jail, sort of, and then you had to raise money and get your friends to come get you out, and it would be a fundraiser? And, you know, like, you go get, so say, like, it's like a thing where you get locked into, you go to a place, and say it's a restaurant or whatever, and you there the whole day. The restaurant feeds you, but you got to raise a certain amount of money, and you can't leave until you raise that certain amount of money.
No, that's never.
It's fun though. You see who your real friends are though. They will, cause mugs be like, wait, you want me to pay how much to get you out? They like you at the restaurant, dog. You better enjoy it.
Yeah, no, but that sounds interesting, man.
So we're gonna do a telethon to raise the What's in it for the Black People billboard money. So I'm excited about that. All right, let's go through some of the Chicago. So Riis was telling us she went to the parade, but let's back up. I'm your man, Mace Jackson. No Ruthie Moore this week. I'm gonna see who we find. Maybe we should call Dr. Audrey, see if she want to come in tomorrow. Dr. Audrey always keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? She'll tell you like a TIS. So maybe I'll reach out to Audrey today. But anyway, so it's gonna be me and you, Riis, today. So say what's up to the people, Riis.
And I'm blessed by the best. You already know the rest, man. It's a little technical difficulty this morning, but we back. We good.
Man, they was on us. I mean, once I thought I had the cameras together, and then once we did that, then all of a sudden everything else wanna start acting up. Now they telling me I need a login code. Hold on. Now what I need a login code? Where do I get the? Oh, hold on one second.
You did all that yesterday, man.
Hey, Riis.
You thought you was gonna talk all that and then come back the next day and just push the button and start your show?
Oh, Riis. You know what?
That's what you thought you was gonna do, huh?
That is exactly what I thought I was gonna do. And you know what, Riis? You know what? Sometimes you need somebody just to keep it real with you. And you know what? I did not think of it like that. I didn't.
Yeah, it was like, nah, okay. You got him on the show, okay?
Man, I'm just telling you. Hey, Riis, I forgot to tell you. Riis, I got to tell you about how, you know what? I'm going to chill because I ain't going to even go there today because I said I'm not going to choose it. But your boy, LaQuan is on my list right now. He on my he like on my list. Like all the way on my list. And I bet you know why too, don't you?
Nah, you know, man, you know me, man. Listen, I am the person that finds everything out last. You know what I'm saying? Somebody be saying to me, I be like, huh? Really?
That's because, Riis, you know what you be doing? You be minding your business.
Exactly.
You be like, I ain't got nothing. But Riis. Like, you know, I don't need, it's like I don't even ask. What Jay-Z say? I just want nice clean food, or some nice cooked food, some nice clean draws. That's all I want. I don't really ask for too much from nobody. I just ask that you just let me mind my own business in peace and be peaceful. And what does LaQuan do to me? Riis, he make me go there. Sometimes people just make me. I ain't gonna even say it. I'm gonna stop talking about it. It is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. I think I just saw a text from him because I was just like, really, dog? Like, really? All right. Inspector General's office yesterday. Joe Ferguson was here yesterday. Riis, he left up out of here yesterday and as soon as he left, they started dropping more bombs in the paper. They was like the Anjanette Young thing. He was like, not only did they botch it, Riis, but they actually tried to obstruct it. Like, I can't believe that the mayor is working this hard to play this woman. Like, not to pay, but to play this woman.
No, I don't think it's to play this woman. I just think, like you just said, it was handled. So I think she's more trying to cover how it was handled, not trying to really play the woman. But I just think just because it's her, you know what I'm saying, like she is being played. But I really think she's trying to hide on how the whole thing was mishandled and she's involved in it being mishandled. So just because, you know what I'm saying, it's Anjanette Young, you know, this. But I don't think that she's trying to actually, per se, play Anjanette Young.
Did you read the story?
Huh?
Did you read the latest story?
No, but
did you read the latest story?
No, I did.
Riis,
Riis,
you're doing the black thing right now. You need to read the story. Because the reality is, Riis, she hired a outside attorney instead of her inspector general to obstruct the inspector general from being able to do the investigation. So trying to get the attorney-client privilege locked in. Riis, it's foul, man. It's just truly foul to me. And it's just foul how they're playing Anjanette Young. And I think I want to know who has the power to help her. That's really what I want to know. And that really is my social media question of the day. Who has the power to help Anjanette Young? And we're going to come back to that because I do want to get into it. But I'm going to run through it. Riis, you excited? I know you're a Bulls fan, man.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're a Bulls fan, so how you feeling about the Bulls today, man?
Oh, man, I'm feeling real good. We playing against the Detroit Pistons. We're going to demolish them. I think we at home, too, right?
Riis,
yeah.
Man.
You went to the game?
No, Riis. I'm going to go, though. I walk down the street. It's like literally, like I always tell people, if you want to go to the game, you should holler at me. Right? You come park by the crib and just walk. Right? Because it's like by the time you get to the parking lot, you might as well, you have to pay dub. Yeah. So holler at me though, Riis. You go to the Bulls game, holler at me, man. Y'all decide y'all want a Bulls tailgate before. Let me know. We can go cook. I got a barbecue grill in my front yard.
What's in it for the black people?
See, man, look. They said we're gonna have us another tailgate. They want one more tailgate. I said, now y'all you show black people something, and then they just want to take and run. So they talking about they want to have a tailgate on Halloween. The Bears game on Halloween. Same place, same time. Bears playing the Bears playing what?
But not the same weather.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of the tailgate.
It's good.
You're supposed to be outside. You're supposed to be like, we Bears fan. Remember, y'all talking about we want to play Bears in the cold. Go ahead, badass.
They're not gonna. That cold ain't gonna do it. That slushy machine ain't gonna be.
It's gonna be slushy. You just get a liquid and it'll turn slush.
You're gonna have to make like some hottie toddies or something.
Hottie toddies. Not hottie toddies. That's funny. Some hot tea. Did you see Mayor Lightfoot got called out on The View yesterday? They was like, she was a hypocrite. Not, they didn't say it like that, but they was like, she, you know, so you see the picture of the mayor at the Sky game where everybody had a mask on but her? Then did you see the picture of her from the Get Out? I ain't gonna even.
Yes.
You saw it?
Yes.
That was kind of funny, huh?
Yes.
And then, let's see. Did you see the shooting of Turrell Brown yesterday? 28-year-old Turrell Brown. There was a police shooting. They released the tape. I actually have the uncut tape. I might play it. It's sort of traumatic, but it does make me wonderful. It does make me wonder about domestic violence calls. Right? Like, you know how when you call the police, like, this situation just made me think about you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And the dude brought a knife to a gunfight. And the officer told him put the knife down. He didn't put the knife down. He wasn't advancing. But man, Riis, it's something to see somebody. So we're going to check out that video a little bit later, and I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to have y'all tell me what y'all think about that. What's up? Which Jesse is this? Is this my Jesse K? All right. Did you see the Uber opened up their new office in the old post office? Hey man, that old post office, we was up there for the Speaker Welch's fundraiser. Yo, Riis, that post office building is cracking. These white folks, what is so crazy is, Riis, these white folks take places that we discard and they turn them into like magical things. Like, you know, we see, like, have you seen how they did the Defender building? Now, what's really ticks me off is the Chicago Defender building. Shout out to Roland Martin who sold it. Which is now white people be having weddings in the place that our history was. Like partying and all type of stuff. I'm telling you, like, it just seems like, why is it that they will starve us out in our own neighborhood and then flip that bad boy and be like, yo. And you come back and be like, hold on. I mean, when you think about Madison, Joe, like, what's crazy to me is I was watching the Fred Hampton joint, the Jesus and the Black Messiah, and it's literally where I live. And I'm kind of like, look at the transformation. Jesse K, what's up, boy? All the way from Champaign. Hey, y'all, Jesse K. Butler is on the live line. It's my man, one of my best men, and you know what I'm saying? He kicking it with us today all the way from Champaign. We got people, man, they do got a basketball on top of it, James. It's crazy. All right, let me see what else. Ron, how about, y'all ever been to Rahm of Japan downtown? It's like the favorite restaurant. It's like a Japanese steakhouse. People love Rahm of Japan. Well, I'm calling it Rahm of Japan because today is the 7-year anniversary of the murder of LaQuan McDonald, and it just happens to be the day that Rahm is having his confirmation hearing to become the ambassador to Japan. And what was crazy is when they asked Joe Biden about, because you know, so they asked Joe Biden's people about, you know, is there any concern about Rahm being elected based on the fact that he covered up the LaQuan McDonald killing? And, you know, they said our record on criminal justice reform is clear. I was like, you passed the crime bill and nothing else. What is your record? Right? We haven't. Remember when I asked you the other day what happened? Remember George Floyd? Remember Jacob Blake? Remember how Joe Biden was sporting them around, taking them all around the country? Man, we cool, right? This is my friend. We've built a relationship. And y'all, and they're confirming Rahm today on the 7-year anniversary of LaQuan's. Like, I don't think they planned that, but I just think, like, it's just how long. So is it 7 years that it take to white? And here's the craziest part of this whole thing. And I know I'm gonna get phone calls, whatever. And I'm gonna talk about the Rahm effect a little bit later. Is that there is nobody in Chicago who will say anything at all. Right? All the people talking about what Rahm did, or Rahm, and hey, check this out. I just need to give y'all a told y'all so. Because remember when I told y'all I said Rahm didn't see the tape? I truly believe Joe Ferguson when he said he didn't see the tape, because if you got good people as a person who has operated in the dark, you never let them see it so they can have culpable deniability. You tell them everything. You be like, yo, but when they put the feds in front of you, you can honestly say, I never saw it. I know people like, he saw it. Like, nah. When they was like, hey, bro, we're telling you don't want to see this. That to me yesterday was just an example of how sometimes we let our emotions get ahead of y'all don't see politics as a business and did you hear Joe Ferguson talk about a political operation, a professional political operation? Like, yo, Joe, if you got a real operation, it is sort of like the mob. It's like a mob, a version. It is a crew. And your goal is to protect the king because the king feeds everybody. So your consigliere, who Lori let hers go, he out talking and squawking, says to you, Mr. Mayor, we have a situation. Do you want to talk to it about it before, or do you want to wait till later? Wait till later. Tell me about it after the election. So I just thought, and I really, I swear sometimes, let me say this. Y'all act like when white people come to the station that they're not white anymore. Right? Like all of a sudden, because they came to What's in It for the Black People Media, now they have given up their white privilege. No, he came and he told you what he's seeing. He's straight. He left. He's not talking about he's jacked up. He's telling you what he sees for you. And I think sometimes when we come, we think that people are coming here to be converted to the What's in It for the Black People belief system. That's not what they're doing. What we want you to do is be able to hear from, I don't want to say the ops, but hear from those people. And so I just need y'all to be a little bit more strategic. I was reading some of the comments, which I thought that Joe Ferguson was going to come here and say, white people are all bad, and I'm denouncing my whiteness, and I'm denouncing. No, he was part of the government, Joe. Like, you got to know who he is, and then you got to take that information and put it in context. I'm suspect of everybody. I don't trust nobody that come in here and be like, but when he provides the information that we can then use and digest, for me, it was an affirmation. Because I be telling y'all so. Just like I'm going to tell y'all it's time for a break. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get into the social media question of the day, plus the rest of the hot topics I got here for us today. This is the Mace Jackson Show, and his truth, Mario, you're right. He gave his truth. He's still white. He ain't a black man. And quite frankly, if it was a black man, he wouldn't have said that much. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break. WIIFTV-PM.
Oh, man. They done messed around and gave New Era Chicago their own radio show. What they do that for?
You done messed up!
So what we doing, bro?
Man, we talk about power.
Did you say power?
Not rights and equality, but power. We ain't begging, we building.
In that order, Chicago, and we got dope segments. Hey, yo, sis, holla at them.
Peace and love, family. It's Sister E of New Era Chicago in the building, dropping the statistics, holistics, and of course the ballistics. Good for the mind, body, and the soul. Let's get it, family.
And this your boy D Cook coming with straight facts. If you don't know, now you know.
And this is your other sister, Omo Oya Music, coming in peace, love, and light, getting real with my people so we can quit with the bull spit.
And this brother E, and I'm gonna wrap it up with the power surge.
Listen, it's going down every Wednesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Black Power Hour, New Era Chicago Radio on What's in It for the Black People Media.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All love it.
Yeah, I love being black. Hey, do this for my people.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:06 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. Over the traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop is 43 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 24. On the Edens, Deerfield to Exchange, 47 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield will be 34. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 56 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 44. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 57 minutes. Outbound just 26. The Bishop Ford I-80 to the Dan Ryan is an hour. 30 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 20 minutes to the Loop. 15 minutes back out to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive south is 7 minutes. 55th to Jackson, as well as Jackson back out to 55th. And 8 minutes north. That's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr back to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 57 and clear. Today will be a high of 73 with a low of 54. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's Lex here with Interstellar on The Maze Jackson Show.
Interstellar mode, yeah. I finally got my mind right again, yeah. Now I know there's no time for pretend, yeah. I come alive in the moonlight, see me shooting across the skies. Don't you know stars were born to fly? I've been searching, crowded, looking for a way out. I've been hurting, falling, but I think I found my way now. I'm on my own, far from home, lost in space, in my zone. I found these truths, far from you, in my space, in a stellar mode. Yeah, I finally got my mind right again. Did it all in spite of the hate. Every time they said that I can't. Nebulous, they run through my veins. Every molecule in the trance. Senses feeling some kind of strange. Damn, I think my name's Spider-Man. Jump out the window and swing for the dreams that just might be. Never gonna let go. No, to the man in the mirror look like me. Drifting through the cosmos. Whoa, far away from your lies. I realign all my goals. That's a constellation of mine, yeah. I've been searching, crawling, looking for a way out. I've been hurting, falling, but I think I found my way now. I'm on my own, far from home, lost in space, in my zone. I found these truths, far from you, in my space, in a stellar mode.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Mace and Riis and Ruthie and Todd explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect, you oppressed, it's all wrong.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis Turrell in the building, rocking. You know what? I'm trying to get a couple more guests up in here. You know, although y'all know I don't really have too much issue rolling solo. I really don't. People always be like, "Hey man," I'll be like, "More time for me. More time for me." But let me tell you. You know, we want to have a diverse array of opinions. Because sometimes I don't like to talk in an echo chamber. That's why I really appreciate Ruthie and her perspective. I appreciate Riis and his perspective, even though it's crazy. And all y'all. So thank y'all. Thank you to everybody who tunes in every day. One of the things I have not been asking you all to do, which is part of my discipline, is to ask you to share the broadcast. So take a moment and share the broadcast, right? Share the broadcast. Take a moment, let your friends know, let your family know. It's going down here every day, 6 to 9. It's still amazing to me that I walk to people, but that's it's a bit of narcissism on my part when I am surprised that people don't know where we're at. There are people who still say, "Man, Maze, I missed. They took you out," and I'll be like, "We've been going every day hard." Which just makes me say that we got a lot more to accomplish here in this space. So thank you all for tuning in with us. Did I get through all my headlines? I did. The Uber office, Rahm of Japan on his 7th year today. Rahm is trying to get confirmed. AOC is talking smack. It's a few of the elected officials. So we had congressmen in town, national congressmen. I gotta tell you, I'm starting to get frustrated with these pictures. Or let me not say frustrated with the pictures. I'm starting to get frustrated with the captions. I don't know if I am going to take famous people pictures anymore. Right? Not pictures and post them. Because it's like, I feel like every time we post these pictures of these people, it's like a validation of nothingness. Does that make sense? Like, if we take these pictures, we be like, hurry up and take the, like, it's not, you can't tell anybody that they're not doing what you want if you take the picture first. And there's shout out to our political class. Because there used to be a time when the thing was to have a collection of pictures of people who you had met, seen, been with, etc. So I got pictures with presidents, governors. You take the picture of people at the beginning because you don't know where they're going to be, right? And I got the picture of Barack when he was a senator and, and all of that stuff. But I look at those pictures and, I was, I asked myself, what did I ask in that moment? And why was I smiling knowing what everything else that my concerns were? Does that make sense? And so it's like, I feel like, I was there. Right? I was there, but what difference did I make in that moment? And I do feel like we make these elected officials feel like there's nothing wrong because we're giving them money and we're at the events and we wind up with nothing. And y'all might just be seeing pictures of me and my grandbaby. And you probably see pictures of me and my wife, right? But I don't know that, I just don't know that I care about, like I really feel like now it's almost like when I see some of these pictures, it's like they're throwing it in our face. Like we are kicking it at the party. And it's like we are dancing to our demise. And I don't know what's wrong with me. Right? Like, you know when they say live in the moment and be in the moment, and I just want to be at the party, and it's just like I can't just be at the party. It's just like I definitely could be at the party when it's us in the parking lot. But like, it's tough for me to be at the party with the people who could change it. And they toasting and kicking it. Like, after that conversation we had with dude yesterday, when dude says, look at the heat map. Everything that's bad, everything that you don't have is all in the same place. He literally told you, I live up north. Mine is green. Yours is red. And in the midst of the red, which is ironic that we are the bluest vote, and I'm not encouraging us not to vote. That's not what I'm saying. But so I saw that we had Hakeem Jeffries here in town. Yo, cuz, it's like when these people come, remember when we sent Jan Schakowsky back to Washington, D.C., because she was like, oh, we all were on the side of it, and we was like, no, we ain't. It's like, somebody has got to say, these people ain't happy out here. And I know that a lot of times, I don't know if y'all have ever seen this, but like when you go to events and when you go to places, like when there's opposition, basically what they have done is they've put up a wall so the elected official or whoever the celebrity star is doesn't have to see the people that don't like them. That's part of the reason that sometimes when we have people in the den and they can see the comments, you can see the change on their face because they're used to going everywhere and everybody telling them that everything is all good. We saw it a couple times, you know what I'm saying? It's like these we people of color speeches and it's like, can I tell y'all, you go to these events and the black people be like people of color and they'll speak of brown people quicker than they will black folks. And I don't know that you get clout for just the picture anymore. Right? Like, I don't know that the clout comes from the picture. And I'm going to tell you, I got every picture. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because, you know, people will talk that smack, but some people's pictures let me not even go there. Let me just say that you know, I've been on this stop taking the selfie before you ask the question, what's in it for the black people? I am concerned that we don't have people who really understand that we're behind. Like, did you see my man yesterday? I just slowed down and digested his community, and he's so I'm gonna pull something up because I'm gonna go here. So I'm gonna jump to my 7 o'clock topic, which was I don't know if you all saw the story, but the Black Caucus has decided that they do not want universal basic income. They have decided that they would like the mayor to cancel the $30 million universal basic income program to reinvest that money in violence prevention. Now, I just want to point out that $36 million went to the Latinos for violence prevention to one ward last year. Remember that? Do y'all remember a dude coming on and saying we got $36 million in violence prevention money last year and we expect that to double? I think it was Mike Rodriguez in the 22nd Ward. Remember they was talking about in La Say, and remember during the Adam Toledo killing, and they were talking about all the millions of dollars that they had gotten in violence prevention dollars, and it was over $36 million. So you can imagine how I felt when I read that the Black Caucus, after last year being told by the mayor that if they didn't vote the way she wanted, don't ask them for SHIT for the next 3 years. The Latino, she came to the Latino meeting. They was like, get up out of here. We ain't trying to hear none of that, and come back when you got us some more money. Okay. Let me read to you. Give me a second. I want to read to you the Black Caucus list of demands. Here, I'm going to read the headline to you. Black Caucus urges Lightfoot to cancel guaranteed minimum income plan, put $31.5 million towards violence prevention. Here's what the Black Caucus requested. Riis, open up my phone lines. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Here's what was requested by the Black Caucus. They wanted to cancel the $31.5 million program that would send monthly checks of $500, no strings attached, to 5,000 of Chicago's neediest families for the next 12 months. Instead, the money would be reallocated to redress violence prevention through intensive case management, training, and employment. Now, I want my guys from ECCSC to talk to me about this. And, you know, I got much love for ECCSC. I got much love for Activists and the work that they're doing. I'm curious to know if $31 million will go to the black agencies. Or will we see that $31.5 million go to Chicago Cred, Metropolitan Family Services, and organizations of the like, and then be given to white folks to be re-given back to us in our community, giving them the money to finance our own effective community organizations as compared to, and then they control them instead of our own people control them. So I'm a ask for, I would love to hear from Brother Vaughn, Brother Tyrone, or I could probably just talk to Riis and have Brother Tyrone call in. But I want to understand about this $31.5 million in violence prevention money. Before I jump off the cliff, right, we have respected people in the industry that handle this, and I want to make sure that at least they're included in the conversation. All right? They want to earmark $75 million of federal stimulus for hotel and motel workers, with 100% of the money going directly to those employees. Now, may I ask, this is a Black Caucus request. May I ask a question? May I ask you a question? When's the last time you went to a hotel or a motel? Let me see. Let me read that again. Hotel or motel and the workers were black. I'm just asking you. Like, when you go to a hotel or a motel, who's actually working at the hotel or motel? It's usually a Latino. It's not? You see black people?
You know what's crazy, that I really do see black people, but you know what? But you know when I do see
you
them,
at the Cindy Lynn
at night. Remember, I used to do it. I used to be a Postmaster, and so you know how like people will order their food down. So like at the front, it's always a black person. But then I'm thinking, it was majority at nighttime, like the late shift.
But they working. They ain't cleaning the rooms. They ain't.
No, they ain't cleaning.
They working at front desk, which is 3 jobs. It's 3 jobs. Now, you going to allocate $75 million. I would like to see if it's $75 million going to motel, hotel workers. Somebody's got to give me a breakdown of what that looks like. Because I'm just telling you, if you go to any of the mainstream hotels downtown, now you trying to tell me you it's black people cleaning your room?
Not cleaning. I would say that.
Hotel, motel workers, the biggest jobs got to be the cleaning. And yeah, you got front desk staff. But like the people, when you go to a banquet at a hotel, who's bringing the food?
Hispanics for sure.
Tell me how we're going to allocate 75. I'm okay with it. But let's just be clear. That ain't 75 million. Let's just call it a 60-40 split Latino. Okay, let me go to our next request. They want to set aside $70 million in federal relief for single-room housing occupancy. Not only is it affordability, but it's about habitability. Many of the properties aren't in the best shape, Irvin said. By setting aside funding for that, it preserves affordability and also creates a better product that can deter some of the negative activities that many SROs have been known for. I'm for single residency occupancy. However, I got to know what neighborhoods those are going into, right? And does a SRO stabilize our neighborhood, right? Like, again, when you look at a SRO, and I'm not tripping because I know we definitely need the housing, and I know a lot of people who have benefited from it. But is it creating the stable home housing that allows us to build communities around it? And then increasing the $100,000 awarded to each of Chicago's 50 council members for micro grants to groups with local alderpersons choosing to $250,000, from $5 million to $12.5 million citywide to bankroll social service infrastructure improvements. That, my friends, is our request of the mayor. Can I tell you that the mayor is going to give the Black Caucus everything they asked for? Because nothing of it requires a stretch. Nothing of it requires a sacrifice. Can I be clear for y'all? Think about this, yo. We want 31.5. Do y'all realize they was willing to spend $80 million to stop DuSable Drive? Let me slow down and say that again. The demand is to cancel the $31.5 million universal basic income that gives $500 to 5,000 families. Now, mind you, I do want to remind you that we are not talking about reparations at all, like at all. So for Brother Cam, for Brother Salim, for Brother everybody who got on board, I need to be clear that the topic, remember when this conversation first started, it was about reparations. You know damn well Lori was not talking about no type of reparations because she can't let no white folks talk about that. So now we moved away from reparations now for black people has now become violence prevention. And we're requesting $31.5 million. Now the city got a $12 to $20 billion budget. The Latinos are requiring offices, jobs, contracts, money. We are asking for $31.5 of federal money, right? I say take this federal money and split it 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Why is the mayor getting to pick to use the federal money to go do whatever she wants to help? And we know that that's been towards undocumented immigrants. Everything that we're asking for as the black community is shared with everyone. Again, I'd ask you, give me a call, 872-259-7474, 872-259-7474. Riis, I just don't know when I've seen any service industry that is dominated by black people. I don't. Not restaurants no more. Hell, you go to a black restaurant, they got Latinos in the kitchen cleaning. So now explain to me how... Let me say the last part that jumps to me. it seems to me, who said we not begging, we building? Ain't that what they say on New Era Chicago? Well, this seems to me as though we're begging and not building. $31.5 million to violence prevention. I'm okay with violence prevention. I'm okay with the black folks getting 31.5. But if you're telling me that the $31.5 million, if we telling me that that's got to be split up between Arnie and Chicago Cred, who owns most of our organizations, which is why we can't really talk about it. Because then they own our goons, and now I done took food out their mouth. Not that we got black people that are capable of doing violence prevention that works. I'm watching as they're saying that the Top Down program doesn't work. But even if it's $31.5 million that goes to violence prevention, tell me who the 31.5 is going to. Tell me who are the most funded, who are the black fiscal agents that the city of Chicago is spending violence prevention money with? Who is it? Again, if we ain't talking about Tyrone Muhammad, if we ain't talking about Aklevis, if we ain't talking about New Era Chicago and all of the people that we know, how is that our fight? When you tell me that we are earmarked, y'all tell me, how does any of this, and I guess am I out of touch? Perhaps I'm out of touch. Some days I listen to the conversations and I be like, the conversation for us, and then it goes back to the Ruthie thing. We down so bad. Like, we just down so bad that's the only thing that we can see of ourselves. Like, where's the business development? Like, where is the $20 million to spur new development for young up-and-coming developers? Where is the professional services pipeline that guarantees that $100 million of the city's professional services goes to? Where is the demand that 1/3 of the legal work? What did he tell us? You get paid an hour for city legal work, $299 an hour. Where is the demand for the black lawyers? Where is the black demand? How much money? Let me ask you a question. How much vaccination money got spent in the city of Chicago? Can somebody tell me what the economic cut was on the multi-millions of dollars that they have spent on marketing? Like, who advocates, like, y'all, check this out. And somewhere in here, they're about to make people, they're going to make white folks re-rich through this budget. They're not even talking about their demands because they sliding it in. This is the same group of people that they want to increase $250,000 that they can distribute for grants across the city. Meanwhile, again, we get grants. Meanwhile, what are the white boys doing right now? They are working their gambling, their gaming into the budget. We asking for the budget. In our budget, we're asking for them to take stuff out, to give us some money off of the largesse that they're going to make. Okay, y'all. Tell me, somebody call me and tell me the last time they went to a hotel and the black people was working besides in the bar or at the front desk. 75 million? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Reis, I got to take a quick break, and we'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTV-PM.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one.
Got a couple of them. Got a couple of them.
Two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord.
I got one. Something better. I got 5 reasons.
5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around.
Turn it around. He woke me up this morning.
Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
Number
ahead.
4.
He woke me up this morning.
Come on, number 3. Come.
He woke me up.
Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you.
I'm
One
telling
of
you.
them 5s will get you. What's the second one?
He woke
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
And the number 1 reason.
Number 1. Final answer.
He woke me up
He
this
woke
morning.
me up this
He
morning.
woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a
Turn that thing
testimony.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media Chicago? The time is now 7:36 a.m. And I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, NHL, the Blackhawks lose 4-1 against the New York Islanders. Now over, everybody, you hear the sound. When you hear that sound, you know what it is, Chicago. The Chicago Bulls. Tonight, the NBA really starts as Chicago will take on the Pistons in Motown, the first game of the season. The Bulls made big trades this offseason, add Alonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan to help out Zach LaVine. So Chicago, let's see red tonight, 6 p.m. Let's go Bulls. Over the traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop, 56 minutes outbound to O'Hare will be 33. On the Eden, Deerfield till exchange 1 hour, exchange out to Deerfield 46 minutes. Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop 1 hour, back out to Thorndale 52 minutes. On the Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is also an hour outbound 42 minutes. Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan 65 minutes, 27 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan 22 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes back out to 95th. On DuSable, Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson, 14 minutes. Jackson back out to 55th, 8. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, 8 minutes. Bryn Mawr back out to Randolph, 9. Today's weather, it is currently 57 and sunny. Today will be a high of 73 with a low of 54. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here is Valerie here on the Mays Jackson Show.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. But won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay that fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Oh, yeah. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over?
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis, the rule in the building. Riis is not connected. It didn't. All right, hold on. Let me do this again. We're going to turn the Bluetooth off. And then we're going to try to bring that bad boy back on. And then, Riis, I want to connect the Roadcaster. Now hit it for me. I am curious. Are my expectations too high? I can't get it. I don't see it.
Of people or of what?
Politically. Like, I mean, I feel like that feels like we going cheap. Like, it feels to me like they know they could buy us low. Like, the mayor's going to give us the $31.5 million, right? And then she's still going to give them the universal basic income because that's her program. That's no longer Gilbert Villegas' program. Then, Riis, I got to ask if the mayor is Riis, how many $75 million. That sounds like a big number. But I don't know how many black people actually, Riis, work in the hotel industry. Like, how does that really benefit us? Then when you start talking about the other components of what their demands are, that we want $70 million in additional, it just doesn't make sense to me. Did I connect? Okay. So, Riis, do I got any calls? They don't nobody want to talk about that. Because I'm telling you, I think we just got low expectations. And I think that
I don't believe we got low expectation. I remember a caller called in one time and say, sometimes, Maze, it was the other one, like the one that I always say, Maze, you're yelling again, him. But he said, Maze, sometimes it's either we take 3% or we take nothing. Like, unfortunately, like, we have an expectation of 100%, but sometimes it's like the way we get played, we can only take a portion of that. It's like we can take a portion of that, and then like, what I believe in our mind, like we always say, I can take a portion of that and I can do something better with it. So I believe we fall into that tundra of accepting less, and they know that they can be like, hey, if you just hold out, eventually we just keep telling them that we give them nothing, then eventually they will take what we offer. Like the Hispanics said, they said, man, you can go on until you bring back some more money. We don't do that. We eventually accept, like, all right, okay, I take that.
Like, we be like, we'll take, yeah. It's like we've been convinced that we deserve less. And I think that we've been put to a point where, like, again, so we ain't even got $200 million in requests here. We got 70, 140. We got $200 million in requests. It's people with that much money in their bank account. And what we asking for the whole year out of all of us is to, now, mind you, they just took over the Park District. They took over CPS. Right? They got the city colleges. So that's all the contracts. I'm saying I don't see anything in here that represents, it's crazy to me because you can't even say, like, it's either, there is no in-between in Chicago, if that makes sense. It's like everything for black folks is for either the very, very bottom or the very, very, very top. And there's no opportunity to jump. And it's like, I really don't feel like I have a voice in the city. Like, I feel like everybody that gets up and talks about poverty and blah, 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 I'm with you on it. I feel you. I'm not tripping. But we ain't going to never get, if you think that getting grants is going to get us out of poverty, it ain't. And you have nothing in there that builds your ability to be independent. Everything in that is to keep you subsistent. And I guess, is everybody black poor? And like how do we, and it's funny because there's this disdain for middle class dumb. But dag, is there anybody that's in the in-between place, right? Somewhere where maybe you do, everybody's not going to be filthy rich. But there are people that can be comfortable. I don't think that there is anything in the middle class. There's nothing for a person that has a home, is trying to build a business, is trying to grow, have a job, etc. And then the white boys are going to come in here and make another vice legal that we can't play in. I don't know. What is it that I am missing, y'all? Like, why is it that we believe that we I fundamentally believe that black people don't believe that we even deserve more. I fundamentally believe that we believe we deserve less. Like, we're not equivalent. We don't deserve to have the certain things because we can't keep nothing nice, apparently. And so we believe the worst of ourselves, and so we keep playing a race to the bottom. And then the amount of money, like, you ask yourself, and how come I ain't know nothing about the $100,000 awarded to each 50 city council for micro grants to groups of the local alderpersons choosing? Who got chose? Can I see that list? I'm through messing with y'all because, you know, I'm tired of playing the poor, broken, lonely game. I am. I'm tired of us preaching this, oh, woe is me. Like, give us, yo, Joe, straight up. The biggest infusion of direct cash to our community is going to go to violence prevention. What about the people who ain't violent? That's all right, though. Then you ask why people move, right? Then you say stay. And the main people telling you to stay is the people who get the benefits. They want to keep the people who are subsistent. They don't want the people who have upward mobility or the ability to choose like, if you have the ability to choose, you can't possibly be choosing this stuff. Not consciously. Like, honestly, if you look at this number, there is nothing in this that says, Maze Jackson, we want black people who don't want a grant to stay in Chicago. Think about that. Like, there is nothing on there. What about the homeowners of Chatham? Nothing in that keeps the people who live in Brownsville, who held on for all this time as it changes. Nothing is here for. The only story that we like to tell, and it sounds sexy, is we will tell every sexy O-Block story it is. We'll tell every thug street story that it is, and then wonder why your business can't grow. Because they giving you $50 contracts to do some $50,000 work while people are making hundreds of millions, and you think you straight. It's crazy to me because they be showing black folks peanuts, and the Negroes that get peanuts think they balling. They think I'm doing it. No, Negro, you're not. You're really not. If you think you're doing it, then you probably should go look at the white boy who got the 10 times the contract that you got to make you some little flyers.
See, what I think, what they actually thinking about is they, like you said, they don't really think in depth like that. Like I tell anybody, we really only been free for a little bit over like 100 years technically. So we still balancing over 400 years of slavery. That mentality has still been here. If you really think about it, the person that raised you, your grandparents, their grandparents was probably either slaves or just was, or their parents was slaves for sure. So that's the mindset that we got. So now when a dude say, oh yeah, I think I got it, he's not even thinking of the black man. He really, of the white man. He thinking about what he's used to seeing. He's been in this environment of all black people, and we've used to getting nothing. So to him, if I never got nothing, I've never eaten nothing, and you give me peanuts, and nobody else have peanuts I've been around, to me, I'm on top. I'm on top, but I really don't understand is that the man that gave me peanuts owns a whole factory.
And Riis, it's so crazy to me because I be seeing all these people running around here pumping their chest up because they got a $200, because they got a $100,000 contract. Riis, I be watching like I watch these dudes pitch $1 million around, $1 million contracts around amongst each other like they nickels. And Negroes feel like they've elevated themselves because they make $100,000. Being in the top 1% of black people don't make you jack. Just so we're clear, like you being in the top 1% of black people means that you being in our top 1%, and I think there's people that take pride in that. I'd be like, hey Joe, like I'm not looking at, my comparison is not you. My comparison is not the people who have not seen someone go from 0 to $1 million in a year. Ain't nobody black really seeing no $1 million in a year. And then so they can only talk to 200,000 instead of talking to 2 billion. And I guess there's so many levels to it, and I be watching. I'm not trying to do what white folks do. I'm saying to you, like, I want to do what black folks do. I want to do with black folks the same thing white folks do in their community. I'm tired of. It's so crazy to me because I almost feel like our comparison is to that Negro over there. And it becomes, I just got to do better than him. And it's like, cuz we not in the same race. Like, I'm not, you're not, there's nothing that you have that I want. I feel like we like, Negroes be arguing over bikes, and I'm talking about like billions. Like, I'm trying to, if you haven't seen it, right? And it's like people be pretending like they seen it. They ain't seen it. Like, they ain't seen it. They heard about it. Their friend went to it. Somebody told them about it. My cousin went to it. My brother went to it. Somebody went to it. But if you ain't seen it, if you ain't done it, if you ain't participated in it, and understand that there are billions of dollars moving in your same universe as you are arguing with Negroes for $10,000, we not the same. And I really feel like some days I get tired of the race to the bottom. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We got callers. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What's up? Oh, no? All right.
You got the roll hooked up, so.
Oh, you like move on?
So, I said you got the roll hooked up.
So what? Oh, so we can't take no calls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, well, did y'all want to call? You think they want to call? Anybody got some? Anybody want to call? Here, take the road off for a minute. Do we deserve, Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Do we even deserve it? Do we deserve less? I don't know that we believe that we as black folks deserve more. I think you can walk up to black people and say, "Man, I got $200 million. We got you $200 million." And they will be like, "Yes."
If I never seen it though, man.
Riis, but if you watching everybody else in the whole, you in the same party. Y'all in the Riis.
I hear you, but I'm telling you, you said, man, it's not all at the being in the top 1% of black people. It is to somebody that's been in 100% at the bottom. If I've been 100% with the people at the bottom and somebody offering them 200,000, it's not like, yeah, I came in for $1 billion, but man, they told me 200 million. Like, it's hard for somebody that has zero to say no.
And essentially, that's what be funny to me, because the people who got zero be the first ones to take the money, but be talking about everybody else who got more.
And then on top of that, with us is like you said, man, they know, they be like, okay, well I offer you 200, and then man, you be like, no, I came here for $1 billion, and they know that they gonna find another brother that's gonna eventually say, yeah, I do it for that. You know, unlike you said, the Hispanics, all of them together. It's like to us.
Did you hear Joe yesterday?
Not unified. Yeah.
Did you hear him say, man, y'all just don't exercise y'all? Like, everybody gets that we the OGs in the room, and it's like, how much punking do we got to take before we take a punch? Man. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-74. Riis, we got people that want to talk to us. Let's hear
Mama D.
Mama D, you on the Maze Jackson Show. How you feeling this morning? Mama D? Caller? Don't y'all be wasting my call time now.
You don't know.
I mean, it was Joe yesterday telling us, like, y'all just don't unify. Like, don't it suck when somebody white just be like, y'all straight up just not unified?
I tell you all the time, if we say it, they are listening. They are hearing it, man. They know it, that they see it. You know, we're quick to turn on each other, but I'm telling you, it's not really us. It's that we got to come from this oppression. Like, we have come through all that where we've trained to snitch on each other, to, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was us in America, you know, where you told on somebody, hey, man, they playing the escape thing. You know, like, we've always been divided against each other once they brought us in here and said, hey, you lighter than him, you darker than him. They have shown us difference amongst ourselves, and now we use it against each other. And now it's sometimes still here today. Like he said, man, he's right. We don't come together as one. You say no to it, but somebody else will be like, hey, man, you know, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I needed it, so I took it. You be like, man, I thought we was fighting together. Yeah, but you know, man, man, it's better.
So, Riis, can I tell you that exact? Did you know I was the executive director? I was the consultant for the Chicago Aldermanic Black Caucus at one time, for two aldermen, for Alderman Brookins and for Alderman Burnett. And both of them left in frustration because no matter whatever time they tried to get unified on any issue, there was always somebody who was like, hell no, I'm sticking with the mayor. And I was just thinking about, do y'all remember when we watched that, when we saw one of the second most senior alderman be forced to resign from her committee chair, and she said that she thought it was always her job to serve the mayors that she worked for? And it was like, almost like, how could you say that? How could our most powerful person say that they believe that their job was to do their best to serve the mayor? Now I do understand that when you get put in those positions, you got to shepherd it over the edge. But boy, it was just to think who has been positioned to us as our most powerful person felt that their job was to be a servant. And it was interesting, too, to hear about the whole Rahm thing and Yeah, it was just interesting to put that in perspective from Daily to Rahm to even Lori. It's the Maze Jackson Show. When we come back, we're going to continue this conversation. Plus, I got the video of the murder of Turrell Brown. Plus, I want to talk about Rahm's return and just the craziness of it all. Joe Biden saying that my record on criminal justice reform speaks for itself. Huh? What? Joe, ain't you the one that passed the crime bill? Ain't you the one that showed off George Floyd's family? Ain't you the one that showed off the Blake's family? And ain't you the one that ain't got nothing done yet? But your record is clear? What is it? Is it the same dude that told us if we didn't vote for him, we wasn't black? Our insult level, black people do not have an insult level. Y'all, people just come in. It is. And that's probably why we don't have an insult level, which is why some people just can't respect stuff. Because it's like, man, you could.
And like you said, either early this week or late last week, we forgive. We forget. Oh, he apologized. He okay. Like,
I don't forgive. And I don't forget. Ever. I don't. It's like, man, we could coexist, but did I forgive you?